So it has been made known to us that the devs are willing to change Shiba Inu such that there is a burning mechanic integrated within the Shiba Inu system. So today we're going to explore what this will possibly look like and also the potential gains that could be made if this burning event could be implemented. So stick around to the end because you probably won't believe the results either. We'll be giving away $100 to a random subscriber to kickstart their crypto journey. To enter this giveaway, simply like and subscribe and comment your favorite crypto in the comments below. And you can find the winner of last month's giveaway in the description below. So there was this post on Reddit today that really caught my attention by user Patchman5000. And I thought it's really worthy to go through all of this together because it's very good to understand what Shiba Inu is currently sitting on. So the first thing he talks about here is the circulating supply of Shiba Inu. And this is important to understand because we need to know how much we need to remove from the circulating supply in order to achieve moon-like levels for Shiba Inu. So if we have a look at this chart, we can see that Shiba Inu is already on its own in this very corner here. So comparing to mainstream projects, Shiba Inu is actually roughly 1,000 times bigger in terms of its circulating supply compared to the very next competitor. In this case, it will be Dogecoin. Now, with the chart you're looking at here, basically each one of these blocks in the x-axis is essentially a multiplier of 10. And essentially, if we can remove a 0 from the circulating supply of Shiba Inu, we can add an extra 0 in the price for Shiba Inu. So let's say, for instance, if the circulating supply for Shiba Inu is 1,000 and we made it 100, the price of Shiba Inu will tenfold. And now let's talk about the burn. So we already know there's going to be a burn mechanic integrated within SHIB-based NFTs. And we know that the circulating supply will decrease. We don't know exactly how much SHIB will be burned at what rate, but let's assume our target is 10 trillion. 10 trillion means that roughly what you've got in your Shiba Inu will be multiplied by 40 times. So let's say you spent $1,000 in SHIB, you will have $40,000 if this were to happen. And Patchman5000 here has provided us with the maths that went along with this. So he or she looked at two models that possibly can be integrated with the burn mechanic. So the first one, we have the flat rate model. So basically for every transaction, a set amount of SHIB is burned. And let's have a look here, guys. So our burn target is 97.5%. So that means we want to get rid of 97.5% of the circulating supply in Shiba Inu. And if we burn 1 SHIB per transaction, and there are, let's say, 1,000 transactions and 1,000,000 transactions a day, you will take, I don't know how to read this number in particular, but you will take a lot of days to reach our target. So evidently, burning 1 SHIB per transaction isn't the way to go. And if we look at the next case, which is burning of 10 SHIB per transaction, it will take us 39 million days at a transactions of 1 million per day to get to our target. And that is still an astronomical amount of days. Now the next one is, let's say, I'm going to skip a few here, and the next one is 1,000. And at 1,000 SHIB tokens burned per transaction and 1,000,000 transactions per day, you will still take 390,000 days to hit our target. And the last case is if we burn 10,000 tokens per transaction, we will still take 39,000 days at 1,000,000 transactions per day to get our target. So what do these numbers mean? Well, let's say we have 10,000 SHIB per transaction burnt, which is about 6 cents per transaction. It will take us 39,000 days or 107 years to get down to 2.5% of our current supply, which is our burn goal. So now that is obviously way too long. So let's look at the percentage-based model. So for the percentage-based model, it's essentially a tax imposed on every transaction. And we can see on this chart at 1% tax, it will take us roughly 900,000 days to get to our target, or 25% tax, which is 35,000, which is a bit less than 100 years to get to our target. And finally, at 50%, we have 17,000 days, which is, I believe, a little bit under half of what it would take compared to the previous method. Now, both of these methods, if we look at them purely in isolation, it's ludicrous. There's no way anyone would expect to hold SHIB for that long and expecting those returns, because even at 17,000 days, that's roughly 50 years. But the good thing is that we're only looking at this in isolation in terms of the burning event. So what that means is we're only looking at one dimension of increasing the price of Shiba Inu. And let's say if Shiba Inu went up double in value because of a big catalyst, then the number of days is immediately halved. So it doesn't entirely make sense to look at it purely in isolation, but the reason we did this is to have a quick look at what is potentially possible in terms of integrating a burn within the system. And if we have a burn in the system in conjunction to the price increasing, we're going to reach our target a lot sooner than we initially anticipated. And as Patchman has mentioned in this post, a combination of adoption, the development of the ecosystem, and burn are the way forward, and I completely agree. And if you're a supporter of SHIB like me, talk about it on social media, share it with your friends, or even pick up a SHIB token, link in the description, also not sponsored, please sponsor us. And this way the prices of SHIB will go up. The fact that the dev team is looking at ways to implement a burn mechanic within SHIB is literally game-changing for the fundamentals of the project. As people see the circulating supply number dropping, they will buy in anticipation of decreased supply. This effect will also create more demand and start an upward trend. We have seen this on other crypto tokens, and this could also very well happen to SHIB as well. Let me know in the comments what your idea is for burning SHIB, and as always, take care and we'll catch you guys next time.